Welcome to my review of the Tempotec V1-A model. There is also just the V1 model, which is missing the DAC and looks exactly the same, but it is cheaper. I don't have that one. I just got the V1-A model because I wanted it with the DAC unit because it's a bit more functionality. We'll get to that in a bit. So what you get in the packaging is you get USB to Type-C, because it's got a Type-C port. I'll show you in a bit. Decent Brady cable, micro USB to Type-C OTG cable. You get certificate of, well, a blank one, but mine's fine, but yeah, QC certificate essentially. You get the manual, which I'll show you in a bit, and this is just warranty card information, which is, you know, kind of run-of-the-mill stuff. So one side's in English, one side's Chinese. There you go. So I'll quickly run through it before I even get to the player. So it's got 3.5. We'll zoom in a bit. Supports DSD up to 256, which is more than enough. As you can see, supports BCM, PCM and DCD. My model doesn't have the coaxial because mine's the full version essentially. See, audio and digital. So see, digital version, which is the V1, supports coaxial. And yeah, straightforward. Basically that shows the limitations. So mine is the audio version, I think. Oh, you know that or not? Yeah, well, I've lost my mind anyway. So that's everything it supports. Yeah, so mine is the audio version. So mine is, there you go. A lot of this stuff is quite run-of-the-mill. If you've used your phone, any other digital player, a lot of this obviously makes sense. Obviously I will show the device in a second. It does use the Hibi OS, and it's got the Hibi Link software, which I'll talk about in a bit. So it supports OTG, about scanning it. I'll show you all this information. You can see that. Got the Bluetooth, Hibi Link. Firmware update. Mine had a firmware update. It was 1.2, and on the Tempotec website is 1.5. So bear that in mind. And the firmware update is basically bug fixes. So I recommend doing it. And I haven't seen any issues since I did the firmware update. So it seems fine. So that's it. Player. Nice and compact, not very big. I have small hands and it fits the palm of my hand very well. Comes with a pre-applied screen protector, which I've left on. High res because it can Bluetooth LDAC, which is I'm quite pleased with for this at this price point. V1-A looks exactly the same, but mine's the V1-A. Type-C, which does charges the device. OTG, USB DAC, and it supports dock mode, and it can USB to a dongle DAC, like the one I reviewed before this video, which is the Sonata HD Pro. You can actually connect that to this and use that as the output. I don't know, well, you got a headphone jack, but say if you're having issues with either, you have that, you have those options. But yeah, work fine through the Sonata HD Pro 3.5 jack. Now this is what makes this a bit special. 2 SD card slots. I think the only one I've seen is above this price, which was on X Duo players. But yeah, two SD card slots. Each supports 256 gig. The largest stick SD I have is a 256 gig card. I don't have any more to test beyond that, but I've tried it with a 256 and a 128, worked fine. Volume up and down, blue because the power's on. Yeah, play, pause, next track, previous track, or to the start of the track you're on, if you understand. So I'll turn this off and turn it back on to show you what the boot times are like. That's it, try again. So yeah, this does use the Hibi OS, and I think it runs really well, super smooth, no problems at all. Here we go. Okay, so that's what happens if you're playing the track. It appears at the bottom, but this is the main menu. Slide across. I'll get to that in a bit. So our main menu is this. Pause at the top. Play, pause. Says coaxial, but when you plug headphones in, like a headphone symbol appears. Battery, time, the usual stuff. So I'll show you Bluetooth while I'm here quickly. Bluetooth on. Vortex. Link to my. It's trying to connect to a previous device. Now it's connected to this one, which is next to me. I appears at the top, so it's Aptex, and I'll quickly show you just the decent BT20Ss. I'm surprised TRN haven't released an update because they're pretty good, apart from the hiss, but I've done a review of that anyway. So yeah, this is a Qualcomm chipset, so it's Aptex. So I've connected it, and you can change actual Bluetooth volume, because they and some other chipsets don't actually have volume control on the earphones themselves, so you can do it there. And you can also pick, so just click OK, click quality, so you can pick all of those. And the Bluetooth is bidirectional, so it can receive, say, from your phone to this or transmit. I normally use it for transmitting from these two earphones, for example this, but you can LDAC, say, from your phone if it's good enough to this, and that works fine. There you go. That's all the quality settings. Yeah, and I can hear that playing, so I'll just pause that. HibiLink, you need the software on your phone for it to connect, and that's basically just like a remote control, and that's it. It's something I personally don't have any use for, but it does support HibiLink, and all you do is you just turn it on and off. So that's it. Device name, turn the Bluetooth off. So yeah, I get to supports 256 gig cards, like I've already said before. This has got the AKM 4377 amp DAC unit, which is combined, which is the same as the FIO M5, which is a little bit more than this, which I can't really fault. Output, if it can be kind of negative, it's at 16 ohms. It puts out 60 milliwatts, which is not the most powerful, but for earphones you're perfectly fine. Plus the output impedance is only 0.5, which is perfect for earphones. Anything under 1 ohm for earphones is what you want for anything sensitive. But you can power headphones as long as they are efficient, but I don't think that with that chip, this is not designed. It's meant to be for portable. You know, it's for earphones essentially. Yeah, let's get to browse. So yeah, SD card 1, 2. Let's click that one. Please connect storage. So you can view storage through this. So there you go. So it knows that you can't find one. I'm in SD card slot 1. So there you go. Flick through these. Let's say drive original motion soundtrack. So that's live. Let's go back. Menu system's really quick. So there you go. There you go. So you see one of the quick menus. So you got volume level, which goes to 100. It's got high and low gain, which makes no difference because if it's the output doesn't change. So I don't know why they've implemented that. Brightness, if you can just about see, that's Bluetooth on and off. Gain high and low. I don't know why. It's a way to turn sleep time on and off. Turn that off. And just another quick menu. So if you connect this to your computer, you will see it as this as a storage device. Audio, as in you'll use as a DAC, and dock is you can OTG to make amps and other things like that. Get rid of that. So yeah, to view that, slide across. There you go. If it's got lyrics, you'll display the lyrics now. Play mode in the corner, repeat 1, shuffle, you know, all that good stuff. Yeah, so category, all album genres. I normally play through folders, so but say if you played your last track and you forgot what it was, click on recent, brings that up there. Bluetooth I've already shown you. MESB, which is a crazy like EQ. So let's scroll through that so you can see. And these do make a difference. Sibilance, detox, vivid, soft, crisp. That's where it ends. Turn it on there. Turn it off. Settings. So yeah, I didn't know it even had that. I knew there was some sort of EQ. Turn that off. Normal EQ here. You turn it on here, and it's 10 band. So from 31 Hz, 62, 125, 250, 500. 1 kHz, 2 kHz, 4, 8 and 16. Or just use generic ones. So it's pretty good. Play settings, play mode, I click on that. Play through list. I'd like to keep it simple, so I'll just play through a list. Okay. Line out if you need to. Line out mode fixes volume near maximum. Please ensure that no earphones are connected to continue. So it supports a line out. So it's good for you when you're using your car, for example, through an auxiliary port. Zoom from track. So when I turned it on, it played straight away The Weekend because that's what was the last track on when I was on before. Gapless playback as well. And there's also replay gain. PCM. Click on that. PCM DOP on native. Max volume. So if you've got sensitive IEMs or to stop ears blowing up, you can set the limits. So if you do something by accident, it'll set as a limiter, which is quite useful. Fixed power on volume. So if you say if you, it's kind of the opposite. So if you like using it, say at volume 20, you can do that thing. So you fix pound volume, works fine. Crossfade, gain high and low, and replay gain. Gain high and low makes no difference, but replay gain, click on that. So yeah, by album and track or off. Balance between left and right, play through folders and play through albums. Has that, quite a useful feature. Let's go to about. Yeah, mine came with 1.2, so updated to 1.5. Very easy. On the Tempotec website, you just download, it's a single file. You put into the root of the SD card you're in, and I'll quickly show you how to find it. So click settings, language, I'll show you. There's only 4 languages, well, it's my mistake, quite a few languages. These may suit you. Obviously I'm English, so I picked English. Done. Update database. So if you've changed it, you can always click update database. Lower power mode on and off. So lower power mode increases battery life a little bit. Battery life 20 out of 100. Color theme. You can go, yeah, a lot of customizable options. Font size. I left on small because that works fine for me. Backlight time. So you can choose from 10 to 100 or stay on. It's up to you. So I've got to say there's an awful lot of features. USB mode, like I shown before. Storage, so it thinks this is an SD card. If you plug into a computer, use as a DAC if you have to, or as a dock, or with dongle DACs it works fine. Button operation, so you can disable the buttons, which is good in some situations. Time, idle time, select timer, standby time, standby, inline remote, super useful. I've never seen that on players of this kind of price. Restore factory settings and firmware update. So like I said, you copy the file onto the root firmware, it does it, reboots it, done. Super straightforward. I couldn't see any issues with the firmware. Oops, my mistake. And that's the actual, that's it really. It's a very straightforward player, works well. Sound quality I'd say is, as it's an 8km, it kind of sounds kind of smooth. I find the ESS ones a little bit more analytical, if that's probably the best, right? But yeah, sound quality is good because it's a proven DAC unit. So yeah, it's got Bluetooth 4.0, which is fine. I think I don't know what level it actually matters at, but sound quality was fine. Like I said, bidirectional, aptX, LDAC, SBC, AAC, fine. Signal strength 10 meters, maybe a bit more, depends. I had no issues with anything dropping. It was fine. Battery life, pretty good actually. They advertise it as, for battery life for Bluetooth, as 25 hours. In real life, you'll probably get just below that, which I got just below that, 25 hours. And if you're using the 3.5, they say 15 hours, and I got the same again, just below that. But 25 hours Bluetooth, that's pretty impressive. I was quite happy with that. And I think that's it. But yeah, I'll quickly sum it up. Great player for, I think currently, when I checked just before I did the video, £79. And for that, that's a great, I think that's a really good value for money. It's just having all these buttons is just so useful compared to like the FIO I use and the Shanling Zero. They've got the one button, so you have to keep going into the player to do anything. You can just do it straight away off there. 2 SD cards, really useful. Nice sound quality, good battery life, good menu system, the HibOS. it's really hard to fault. Maybe the power output isn't that much, but you know, that's really kind of being picky. And I'm trying to think of anything else that's bad with it. I think that's it really. I can't think of anything else that's bad with it. Sorry, so the noise outside. And yeah, so yeah, at the end of the video, the power output isn't the highest just because of the kind of unit it is. Because it's the AKM4377 ECB is a combined unit, but here Foundry works fine. I think this is an easy recommendation. I prefer this over my Theo M5 and the Shanling M0. I just think it's as an overall unit, it's better. Has twice the battery life. You know, it's got the 2 SD card slots, which is useful. All the buttons, which are really useful. You haven't got to keep going into menus just to, you know, just use it. Yeah, I think that's it. Great unit. I recommend it. It's easy rec because it does everything really, really well. So it's probably the best one at its price point, unless somebody else releases something else that's kind of unique, which is, I think, the Theo M3 Pro, I think it's coming out, which is around the same price, but that doesn't even have Bluetooth, which is down to the point. I think the only real competitor to this may be the Shanling Q1, but then again, that's more expensive, and you only got one SD card slot. So, but yeah, I think that's it. Anything you want to know, just let me know in the comments as usual. I may have missed something. I don't think I have. I think I spoke about everything on it, and I think that's it. So yeah, thank you very much for watching this long video of mine. I like to be thorough. I don't like to cut corners because your money is, you know, if you're going to buy one of these, you want to see a full rundown of essentially what it is. And yeah, thanks for watching, and please take care out there and stay safe.